Whose idea was this movie?
Isabel's.
And she asked you.
No, she was like, I'm thinking of like contacting my ex and like making a film about like how relationships end and things like that. And I think it would be interesting to bring back to people who have lost contact and try and see things from both sides and things like that. And then she was like, but I don't think my ex would want to do it. And then I said, well, we could always try with Martin and I.
Yeah, I couldn't help but think about when we first met.
Yeah, that's also what I'm thinking about.
And I was just thinking, like, could we do a scene where I'm dancing, like, somewhere in the rain, and you come up to me?
We can't find a nightclub now.
We can't find a nightclub now.
Why don't we just take the nightclub part out, and I'll come up to you and say...
But what was...
That was also another revelation that you were by yourself. I didn't see it like that.
I was. No, okay, let's wait. Hold on. Because that wasn't when you fell in love with me. Forelskelse.
Mødes eller forelsker sig?
Yeah.
When did I forelske mig in you then? You tell me.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. It's not like it's like, bing, that time, right? If actually I should pinpoint any time, it was like the first time we met. I know it sounds super cheesy, right? But like when our eyes met, I was like, something's here.
Yeah, I remember that.
Can you pinpoint the time?
I can't pinpoint the time, but I can remember when you said to me that I was looking at you like I was in love.
I remember that, yeah.
And I thought to myself, fuck.
Yeah.
That was when you came with me to Orvis. We spent the entire day with the family and then we were upstairs.
Oh, fuck, I remember that, yeah. You lay on top of me and you're just staring into my soul and you're like, I remember being like, wow, this is really like, you're really into me, huh? Like, do you remember the first time I told you that I loved you?
Yes.
I did it in a very sneaky way, so as you didn't feel pressured to say it back. You remember?
I remember very clearly. Well, now it's out there with my reconstruction.
What? No. What? No, don't jinx your reconstruction, right? Don't even mention that. Grunfeld.
Yeah.
How did you feel at the time?
Terrified.
I've many times thought about your parents also. That's one of the main things, like letting you down, letting your parents down, letting all your friends down, letting your grandparents down as well. Like I have had that thought, like what is she telling her grandparents now? Well, he was such a good guy. Yeah, he cheated, you know, like yeah, we split up, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's definitely there.
I'm sorry to hear that.
One of the reasons I'm here today is because I have felt so shit about that. Like not like it's been an insanity for me.
An insanity?
It's been an insanity, right? I wasn't well for like at least a year afterwards.
Yeah.
It's a repetitive cycle of fuck, that was so bad. Why did that not work out? That's all your fault. You're an idiot. But she's so nice. Why did it end? Because of you, because of this, and that cycle just goes again and again and again. It's a good way to start out, like the guide does, right? But like, yeah, man, that was the toughest thing I've ever been through in my life. And I explain about the insanity as well. It's wake up in the morning, and when I was in love with you, it was like not like just in the heart, but here it was really like a belly love. I think I told you a couple of times, like this whole area is just feeling so good, right? And that turned to pain. I wake up in pain, cry in the pillow for an hour, then like fight to get out of the door, fight to like just like even want to be alive. And be in India at the same time when it's just like fucking amazing, right? It's fucking beautiful, and I'm like, the only thing I can think about is I want to be back in Dance, or I want to be back in that relationship, right? All this stuff, what have I done, right? And the feeling that the person I feel the closest to in the whole world at that time, I can't be real with, I can't be me with, and I've lost that innocent thing, and the guilt of having killed the innocent thing, letting everyone down, and being such a massive asshole. It could come throughout the day also. So I started, the morning was tough, and then towards the night I'd be like, okay, I'm trying to get a little bit sane now. Like, okay, maybe it was for the best, right? Maybe there was some kind of thing, some silver lining in it. Maybe there's other things in my life that I'm supposed to do. That's what it was like in the start. And slowly I was able to not focus on that pain all day, every day. It's a longer story, but I remember feeling I don't deserve it. I went through that abortion before, and I was sitting on the sofa, and I was so fucking happy. I was so fucking happy with you. And I was just feeling this love in my belly, and I was like, camera doesn't work. I don't deserve this. And when I did cheat, it was the leading up to that, the week leading up to it was a fear of losing myself, because I was like, fuck, you found the one. This girl is so amazing in so many ways. And the innocence with which we would speak to each other, and the love, I never felt anything like it before, and I was like, shit, it's over. I'm never going to meet anyone new. This is my life. That was the kind of level I was at. This was also why it made me so insane, because I just wanted to tell you this so much, but it's so horrible and nasty. It's so tawdry, and I knew then it would upset you. It probably does now as well. And I just want to say I'm so fucking sorry for having to tell you this as well. But I cheated on you. I have to tell you the details.
Yeah.
Because they're inside me. Yeah. And I feel so fucking bad about them. Still, when I think about it, I'm like, that was a failure. I know that girl from, I tried to sleep with her once in Delhi before. Yeah. Didn't work out. She has to marry someone, like, she's just a friend. I really wasn't interested in her. And she was kind of using me as someone, I'm getting beside the point. I got drunk, and I was feeling scared, and she asked me to drop her back to her place, and I did, even though I was fucked drunk. It's like, sun is up. When sun is up in India, it's like 7 o'clock in the morning. Her friend's on there, she has the key. I say she can stay over at my place. We start making out, and you come into my head like clear as day and say, if you do this, it's over. I hear it like clear as day, and I'm doing it. I'm like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? I'm almost like, because of her expectations, I'm doing it, right? And I slept with her.
Yeah, I know.
I couldn't hardly get it up. I didn't come. I felt so horrible about it. And I knew right away that it was over. And I saw her the next day. And I hung out with her friends. And they're all like, you're so funny and great and blah, blah, blah. You're telling all these jokes, and that affirmation, which I wasn't getting from you, I was getting from that. And she stayed over and she gave me a hand job, and that's it. Okay. And those details are so nasty, and I don't know why, but I just had to tell you. But
I knew you slept with her.
Yeah.
Because you, like, when you sent me that email and you were like, I made out with her. I just knew that the way you were and the way things were, you would have gone further than that.
Yeah. Of course you knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I just, inside of me, I just knew straight away that was not the whole story. So, I'm getting emotional.
Yeah, me too. Of course you knew, because you know me, right?
Yeah.
And that's one of the scariest things. I met her once afterwards in Delhi to tell her that I didn't even tell her I cheated. I said, there's an ex-girlfriend that I'm more interested in, sorry. And deleted her on Facebook, blocked her number. Yeah, never had anything to do with her again.
So you don't know her anymore?
No. I had to struggle to think of her name.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, last night, I was like, I even wanted people to meet Miriam. She like I can't even remember her name. Right then last night I was like, ding, fuck.
What was her name?
Malvika.
Malvika.
It goes without saying, but there has to be stayed still. I'm so sorry about that.
Yeah, no, I know you are. You don't need to apologize.
Worst thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah. I don't think I really knew what love was when we got together.
You did. You'd never been in love before. I just remembered that now.
Well, I had been in love, but I hadn't been loved.
Yeah, I had never been in love like that before. And I remember thinking like she's like, oh, this is what it's like. Like, no, this is really a good one. Like.
Okay, let me just ask you something. You're happy now, right?
Yes.
You're in a good relationship. And
Yeah.
How did your girlfriend feel about you coming here?
She was very interested.
Yeah.
And I was like, this could be really tough for me, right? So I might need to call you in the middle of the night. So like, keep your phone ready, right? Because I may need someone to tell me that I'm not the worst person in the world. If I tell people things, I can just relax. If I don't tell them things, it kind of knocks on my head. It's like, you haven't told them, like.
Yeah.
This is like the perfect tree ever for climbing.
I know.
You climbed it before, I guess. Oh, been there, done that. Whoa.
Since yesterday, I've been like, I don't even know what, like, I can't even put my finger on the emotions I'm feeling. Going back to what I said yesterday, like, the way things ended made me feel like I was not worth so much. So I had to create this narrative where I was this innocent thing that didn't know any better. I think you weren't the only one trying to sabotage things.
Oh, shit. When you reminded me that you were like, if you can sleep with someone else, just tell me. That was repeated a lot of times. It was like, I just want to know. Just tell me.
Yeah. I think looking back at it now, and as I remember more and more, I was so fucking terrified after you left. And this whole idea, like, it felt like I was on this crossroads of like, if I went to India and I was there with you, that was like sealing the deal somehow.
That's really serious.
Yeah. That would have been the ultimate declaration from my part of commitment.
Yeah.
And I don't think you knew how much.
But it's as I told you before, like the overall point is that it's changing the story.
Yeah.
From god awful to livable.
Yeah.
What do you feel weird about?
I think yesterday I felt really grateful that you were honest, because it had been like really bothering me that I knew there was more to the story and it never got said. But I think I woke up today somehow
hurt again by it. Like, I'm still glad that you told me. But it's like, part of me is back there.
Mm.
And being cheated on again.
Mm. I want you to tell me your anger and what you're feeling right now. And you don't have to direct it at me, you can direct it at old me, or you can direct it at new me, you can direct it as you like.
I feel like I'm sort of being put on the spot. Because I'm not really sure.
There's no wrong answers.
I guess I never really got the chance to be angry at you.
Slap me. It's not a fetish.
Because by the time you got back from India, I was just kind of resigned to the fact that it was... I never got to be like, why would you do that? Like... And I guess because I never got angry, it never really got around to the whole fact of forgiving you. Because it was like, it's done is done. And it was bound to happen anyway. And I was just spared a bunch of heartbreak later. Kind of. This.
Are you going to be in the shot though?
Yes. I'll just sit like this a little bit.
Let me have it.
The worst part is I know how bad you felt.
So stop protecting other people's feelings and think about your own.
It just felt like... I'm sorry I keep going back to it, but
Go
it
on
was
about
like... I was lonely too, you know? And it never even crossed my mind to do something like that. And it's not like I didn't have options. Like, I could have cheated too. And afterwards, I just wished I had. I just kept wishing I had been the one to do it.
Why?
Because it felt like you had all the power.
I feel like you had all the power.
No, you had this power.
You stopped talking to me. You had all the power. I'd write to you, you wouldn't write back. Again, I'm making excuses about it. I hear you and I hear your pain and I'm seeing it from even more angles now. I'm so fucking sorry. I don't know how I could do it. I know what did you wrong, honey. And I could sing this song all day, yeah, yeah. But you don't say you can trust me no more. So you slam in that door when I'm out in the cold. I guess they say that life goes on as time passes on. But there's one thing I want you to know. Yeah, I wanna feel your love again, baby, more. Nothing compares to the thing that we were now.
Good song.
A little bit of music.
You were sitting after dinner on the floor. If I remember it correctly, you had your hair out. And I was sitting at the dinner table and I said, I had a bad experience once. Where I was sexually assaulted in my sleep. And I woke up to a guy on top of me. And that's why I can't do certain things. And I don't exactly remember your exact words. But you asked if he came in my mouth. And that seemed to matter to you a great deal. Like somehow I was tainted because I said yes to that, to answer that question. That happened. Somehow I became ruined because he did that to me. And that might not have been your intention, but that's what it felt like. And I just wish that conversation had gone differently. Because it stopped being about what happened to me and it started being about what that meant to you.
Mm. I remember this, and I thought about it many times afterwards over the years, where I was like, I wish I had reacted differently to that.
Mm.
And I clearly remember feeling really bad about the way I reacted. And I did have a trigger, I still do, about sexual violence. Like even back then, I would never be able to watch it on TV, like graphic scenes like that. And it really is a sore spot for me. And then I had never actually met anyone who had told me any stories like that. And I reacted really selfishly. I think I was like, "Ugh, I don't want to know that."
Mm.
I think that was my reaction, right?
Mm.
And so many times, years afterwards, I was like, "Oh, I wish you could have reacted differently. I wish you could have said, I totally understand you. I'm so sorry that happened to you. It doesn't change you in any way in my eyes."
But it did, didn't it?
I've spoken to you a lot about like getting triggers and stuff.
Mm.
And triggered and miffed, it's like some kind of pain that comes up. It didn't, no. Like, yeah, for like a second, it's like, I don't want to know that because I have a very visual imagination, right? So I started envisioning things and stuff. And back then I was very jealous. And if I would hear some story, I think I still have it. Like when you tell me about some guy you slept with, I see the whole vision and I play the whole movie in my mind in a split second. So I was fighting away some images, but that's not the point. The point is me being a space for you and the most important thing for me now, not now, but in my life now, and what I would have done differently is make sure that I heard you and I understood your pain rather than what that pain meant to me. And over the years, anyone who I've ever been on a second date with, I've told about my pain and my darkest moments, some of them that have concerned you, and I've had a lot of stories back, and it's actually something I'm really good at now, is listening to people's darkest secrets, darkest stories of sexual violence or otherwise, and I don't judge people in any way, and they don't get changed in my mind at all. And if you or anyone would tell me today, I would definitely react differently. I think I practiced so much afterwards, actually, because I was so disappointed in myself for how I reacted with you back then. I'm really sorry about that.
It's okay.
No, it wasn't okay.
No, it wasn't.
I'm really sorry I made you feel like that. I feel really bad that I have to enact the first part of the story where I have to act out the guy who makes you feel bad and tainted. Almost to the point where I don't want to do it.
I don't want to do it either.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it. If you're willing to.
Let's just do
the different one.
different one. Let's just do the new one.
Yeah.
Just give me a sec. No, let's just go. I'm gonna cry anyway. I don't know where to start. So one time, I met a guy. I don't. No, that's not how it's. I was once taken advantage of. And I woke up to find someone on top of me. I can't do it. I'm sorry.
If you're the ones who do it, you can tell me anything.
Just. I'm sorry.
Det behöver håret till heltid.
Ja, undskyld. Nej, der er ikke noget at sige undskyld for. Det er så fint.
So I'll say, no matter what's happened to you, or what anyone's done to you, it doesn't change the way I look at you in any way. You're perfect in my eyes. And if you want to take things slow with anything, I completely understand. I appreciate that you're honest with me and authentic with me. And if I ever react shortly with you, or like, I don't understand right away, I'm so sorry, because I 100% support you. I want to hear all your truths.
Martin beskrev, hvordan jeg har været, siden vi slog op. Som var jeg en statue. Jeg tror, det er meget rigtigt, at vi slog op, og så lukkede jeg fuldstændig af for mine følelser. Jeg gav ikke mig selv lov til at græde. Jeg gav ikke mig selv lov til at sørge. Og jeg gav slet ikke mig selv lov til at føle, at jeg gerne ville have ham tilbage. Og jeg skabte den her fortælling, om at det slet ikke var kærlighed, vi følte. Og i dag faldt den fortælling fuldstændig fra hinanden. Jeg troede ikke, jeg ville føle mig forelsket i ham. Og jeg kan ikke finde ud af, hvad jeg skal gøre med alle de her følelser, fordi det er heller ikke i orden, det vi gør. Han har jo en kæreste. Og selvom vi ikke har gjort noget, så er vi sådan, han kalder det emotional cheating. Og det ville jeg ikke sætte pris på, hvis jeg var i hendes sted. Så vi er også begge to så vrede. Fordi det var bare sådan, hvis jeg stadig havde alle de her følelser, hvorfor fanden skulle der så gå 3,5 år? For... Eller var jeg slet ikke? Eller sådan, var jeg over ham? Og forelsker jeg mig igen forfra? Hvad fuck sker der? bliver bare ved med at tænke på, at det her er sidste dag. Ja. Hvad så? Jeg tror, jeg bliver nødt til at ringe til Line.
Okay, så lad os bagefter gå udenfor og ringe til Line.
Ja. Fordi jeg tror, hun kommer til at have en helt anden...
Men har hun... Altså, hun har været igennem hele forløbet med dig.
Hvad?
Line, hun har mødt ham, da det var godt.
Ja.
Hun har været der, da det var skidt.
Men vi var først ordentlige venner, da det var skidt.
Det er også det, jeg tænker. Fordi det er jo også derfor, det er sådan interessant. Fordi jeg var tættest på dig, da det gik godt.
Ja.
Og hun var tættest på dig, da det gik dårligt.
Ja. Hvilket bare... Jeg synes bare, det er så ærgerligt. Det hele er bare så ærgerligt. Kan du godt se, hvad jeg mener? Hej. Er det okay, du er på speaker? Jeg har brug for lidt hjælp.
Okay. Så?
Jeg føler mig så forelsket.
Nej. Ej, jeg snakkede lige om med Mathilde i går.
Ja, hvad sagde I?
Bare, at det var jo sådan nogle... Hele det her projekt, det virker som sådan en parterapi og sådan genforældskelse.
Men er det så slemt?
Altså, jeg synes jo, det er slemt, fordi jeg ikke synes om ham. Men jeg kan se, at det er jo ikke så slemt, nej. Men det er jo bare slemt, hvis han ligesom ikke har det lige sådan, altså så ender det jo bare med at blive for eksempel.
Jeg tror, han har det lige sådan. Men han har også en kæreste.
Ja. Ja, det er jo ikke slemt. Og så tror jeg også bare, at I vil gentage det igen.
Ja. Han fortryder det bare så meget.
Men det var også fint, altså det kan man da også sagt uden at det behøver at betyde, at man skal forelske.
Det føles bare som om, jeg aldrig rigtig stoppede med at elske ham.
Du sagde selv, du var kommet over.
Men det er jo nemt nok at være over en person, man ikke har i sit liv.
Nej, det tror du ikke. Altså, jeg siger ikke, at du ikke er forelsket igen, men har du overvejet, om det måske bare er fordi, at du er alle de her følelser i spil? Så hvis du lige kommer væk fra det, og så tænk dig over det om. Om det vil være lige sådan. Jeg siger bare, at det er meget at stå i øjeblikket.
Ja. Det er sådan. Lad mig bare sige på den her måde. Den første dag havde vi en øvelse, hvor vi skulle sidde og kigge hinanden ind i øjnene.
Ja.
Og det var virkelig svært til at starte med.
Ja.
Og nu kan jeg ikke gøre andet end bare at sidde og kigge ham ind i øjnene. Det er det eneste, jeg har lyst til.
Jeg håber, det går helt lækkert.
Ja. Hvad hvis jeg tog fejl om alting dengang? Og vi kunne have regnet det ud, og vi kunne have fået det til at fungere, og vi bare har spildt 3,5 år.
Men det er stadigvæk ikke de forskellige ting i livet. Altså, det han ikke stadigvæk gerne have børn sammen. Giftes.
Så langt er vi ikke kommet lige nu.
Okay. Fordi sådan nogle planer tror jeg desværre ikke, man ændrer på i løbet af 3,5 år. Hvis man var så opsat på det, som han var dengang.
Jeg kan bare se... Nej, men jeg ved ikke, hvor jeg skal begynde med alt det med, i forhold til det med børn og sådan noget, fordi der er mange ting på spil lige der, som vi sad og snakkede.
Har du lyst til at få børn med ham, eller hvad?
Hvad?
Har du lyst til at få børn med ham?
Ja.
Shit, man.
Jeg har aldrig lyst til at være væk fra ham igen. Og jeg kan godt høre, hvor sindssygt det er, når jeg siger det højt.
Nej, det er ikke sindssygt. Det er jo bare forelskelse.
Men for at vende tilbage til noget af det, så tror jeg også, jeg følte mig meget forelsket, da jeg kom tilbage fra sommerhuset. Jeg følte mig rigtig forelsket, da jeg kom tilbage fra sommerhuset. Og måske endnu mere forelsket. Netop fordi, at jeg ligesom havde bildt mig selv ind, at der slet ikke var noget kærlighed mellem os. Så derfor så var det jo ligesom, så fik jeg jo både kærligheden fra det første forhold tilbage, og så sådan min kapacitet til at elske. Og det gjorde også bare kærligheden endnu større. At jeg havde den tilbage også. At jeg ligesom vidste, at jeg kunne elske så meget. Og så at man ikke er bange for at blive såret længere, fordi nu er man blevet såret. Og så har man prøvet det. Og hvad er det heller ikke?
Men der var vel også noget sådan... Hvad skal man kalde det? Altså sådan... Ikke tilfredsstillende, men sådan noget bekræftende i, at sådan... At I så prøvede igen. Altså,
Ja.
I slog jo ikke op, fordi I holdt op med at elske hinanden.
Nej.
Så at man kunne give det en chance mere.
Ja. Og jeg tror også, altså sådan... Altså... I sidste ende, så passede vi jo nok aldrig 100% godt sammen. Men i det mindste, så fik vi lov til at gøre vores bedste. Og prøve. Og se, hvad det kunne føre til.
Så det ikke længere var sådan en ting, der var sådan, hvad nu hvis? Jeg tror også, det var det, der var ved det første forhold. Det var meget intenst, og vi elskede hinanden meget højt, men det var jo også meget kort tid i virkeligheden. Så der var rigtig meget sådan potentiale, tror jeg, som vi følte var blevet sådan spildt på en eller anden måde.
Men jeg kan også huske, at jeg tænkte, at sådan, det da du snakkede om, at det, sådan, det bare spild af de der sådan, 3,5 år, altså sådan, at det var mega ærgerligt. Sådan, var fortsat med at være sammen, men når jeg sådan tænker tilbage på jeres første forhold, at så var I så forskellige steder, og ville så forskellige ting,
Ja.
at der tror jeg, det ville være gået galt, uanset hvad, altså.
Ja, altså jeg tror også, jeg var jo lige flyttet til København, og jeg var lige startet på uni, og jeg var et helt andet sted end ham.
Det virkede bare som om, I begge to havde brug for de der 3,5 år til lige at rykke jer personligt.
Det tror jeg også. Det tror jeg også på et eller andet plan, at vi havde.
Men altså, når man har oplevet sådan et, når man har fået sit hjerte knust af sådan en kærlighed, som jo føles så enormt og så rigtigt, så er det jo også godt at vide, at man kan komme ud på den anden side.
Ja.
Og stadigvæk være helt.
Ja, præcis.
Jeg tror, den største udvikling, der er sket for mig, har været, at jeg ikke længere er bange for at se indad. Så lige nu i mit liv handler det rigtig meget om at se indad. Mit forhold til Martin har nok ikke været det eneste, jeg har lagt låg på og lagt langt væk. Ja, det jeg lærte i sommerhuset, var jo i virkeligheden min egen styrke og min egen kapacitet til at være empatisk og tilgivende og forstående. Og det er de ting, jeg bruger nu for mig selv. Jeg prøver at være empatisk og tilgivende og forstående over for mig selv. Det er den proces, jeg er i gang med.